I got to tell you what I'll never forget.
Okay.
About deer hunting. And I went, took my grandson, Donnie's boy, Ronnie. He was here from Missouri, and Virgil's boy, my grandson, took him deer hunting. Mark.
Yeah.
And Mark had been deer hunting quite a bit, although the boys Ronnie's 13 or 14 and Mark's 13, but Mark had been deer hunting quite a bit and knew quite a bit about it. But anyhow, we was deer hunting, and I kept Don's boy, Ron, close to me because I didn't really know the grandson that good, and I was afraid of a hunting accident. Mark, I just turn him loose the brush like an old hound, and hell, he go anywhere. And I stay on high ground because I can't get down in the canyons no more. I have a lung problem, and I stay up where I can shoot. Get a good shot, maybe a buck. Oh, Ron, he stayed with me. We went way off down on a little ridge and kind of hid behind the bush, and we seen Mark coming down the canyon way over in front of us and coming right towards us. So we just stayed behind the bush thinking maybe we'd get a shot at a buck. We sat there and I smoked cigarettes and watched Mark coming, beating one bush and then over to another one and peeking around the bush. But he didn't know just exactly where we was at. But he was coming the right way, for it just worked perfect for a good shot at a buck if he'd come out. Well, anyhow, he came right across in front of us on the other little ridge, and I raised up and whistled at him so he'd know where we was at, because we didn't want to get shot. And sat back down with Ron behind the bush. He peeking out one side and I was peeking out the other side, and all at once Mark began, bang! I jumped up and took a look. I didn't see nothing. Bang! I didn't see nothing. Ron jumped around the other side of the bush looking. He said, "Hey, Grandpa, I think I seen him. He missed him." Well, he no more shooting, and I hollered down to Mark, "What the hell are you doing?" He said, "Oh, Grandpa, he's a great big old buck." He said he come right out there between where you're at and me, and he said he was down where you couldn't see him, and he said, "I just got excited and I couldn't hit him." Well, I said, "I'll come down in there. You might have hit him a little." And he said, I said, "You don't know about what happens. He might stagger off somewhere and die. So I'll check for blood and stuff." So I did. I went down in, and he missed him. So I said, I hollered, I said, "We get out of here." And it's going to take me a long time to get back up to the truck. Truck way up on the hill, and I said, "You boys just go on up and hit the ridge and go back to the truck." And so I said, "I'll just work around the foothill and I'll come to the low ground, and it'll take me a long time when you guys going up. And when you do, stop and pick my coat up there where I laid it down up there on the edge of the hill." And I said, "Take it on to the truck for me." So I said, I was up there, and I was watching them go into the truck, and I said they were doing all, and I warned them about the guns, be careful. So I was resting a little on the hillside there, and I just go a little ways at a time, and I'd stop, sit down and rest. I would keep my eye on the boys as much as I could, because I just didn't trust them that good.
Ronnie, you mean?
Ronnie and Mark. And they get kindly forget about hunting and get kindly grab-assing around, and you don't do that when you're hunting, because them high-powered rifles are dangerous. So pretty soon I lost sight of them. I knew they was at the truck. They'd got them a Coke out of the ice box we had in the truck, and I could hear them giggling and laughing. I come a little further and stopped the rest again, and then I heard Don's boy holler, "Hey, Mark! Hey, Mark! Come here, come here." And I jumped, raised up right quick to look. I thought there was a buck coming somewhere. And Mark had made it over to where Ron was. He said, "Looky here." He said, "There's a big buck right here." Mark said, "Why?" what do you mean a big buck right here? He said, I don't see no buck. He said, well, look here where he shit right here. He said, still steaming. And Mark looked at it, said, well, you damn donkey, you. He said, that's not buckshit, that's a coyote. Said, hell, there's coyotes in here. Don't you know coyote shit from buckshit? Ron said, no, I didn't know the difference. Then Ron said, I'm going to holler and tell Grandpa. So Ron hollered at me. I said, yeah, I heard you, Ron. I said, I heard it all. I'll be up there in a minute. So in the meantime, Ron hurried on down through the brush and said, hey, Grandpa, I'll carry your gun for you. He said, you're awful tired. And he said, it's pretty steep. And I said, okay, okay. And so he took my gun and we managed to make it up there. And I said, now I want to see what you guys was talking about, a damn buck sitting there. I said, I heard it all. And he said, well, come right over here, Mark's over here, I'll show you. And he said, I stomped in her. Said she was still soft. I slapped her with my foot. And said she just splashed all over hell. And I said, oh yeah? So I went over there and Mark said, I said, where's that damn buck shit at? You guys hollered about. I want to see that. And they said, well, I said, right there it is. What's left of it? Ron said, I splashed her all over hell with my foot. I said, oh yeah? He said, and I said, Mark, I heard all of it. I said, I don't want to hear any more of it. I said, you call that boy a damn dumb-ass tokey, that was coyote shit. But I said, I'll tell you this much, that he was smarter than you was, and not even know him one turd from another, because I said, that is buck shit. Because I'm the goddamn buck that shipped there on the way down this morning. And I said, Ron, you stupid bastard, you don't have to put your foot in it, and I'll smell of your damn boot. And Ron took his fingers right along the edge of his boot, and then smelled of it, and I said, oh my God, let's go home. Anyhow, they learned the difference between coyote and human shit and buck shit all the same day. We didn't get no deer, we come on home. But I ain't never forget it.
That's quite a story.
My God, I made me a goddamn little old picture of it, and I made the boys standing there and put their voices and things on it, and then I showed it to them one day, and they're down here and there. They don't like to hear about that shit no more. They said, no, hell with this. Grandpa, we go buck hunting with you, but we ain't gonna talk no more about shit. I said, okay.